Hey everybody, welcome to Writing Studies 1. So I am Mr. Sewell. I'll be the instructor, um, teacher for this course. So this course is entirely asynchronous, which means it's all online here through Blackboard. Um, and I've got things set up here to make that as easy for all of us to use as possible, I hope. So I just wanted to give you a couple of quick big picture highlights. There'll be more to come. I'll make some other videos in the future, but this is really just the welcome one. So I'm right here on the announcements page. You'll hopefully see a version of this, or will have gotten a version of this um, to your email once the course is available. But you'll see this, and it's telling you um, this welcome video that I mentioned is the one I'm recording right now. So you don't see it here yet, but you will. After you've watched this, and I've talked about a few things, the place to begin is to really come over here and click on the Start Here tab. It's going to show you a few different things, um, really emphasizing these are the things you need to read or that you need to know before you move on. Once again, that video is the one I'm recording right here, so you should see something. The same thing in that announcement should be right here again, just in case you missed it. So welcome. Welcome to Lindsey Wilson College. If this is your first class at Lindsey Wilson College, or your first writing studies class anyway, um, everything you need to know is pretty much laid out here first in the syllabus. If you click on the syllabus, it's going to take you to a place where you can download a copy of that. It's going to kick you to a download screen, and you'll see it much like this. This is what it looks like for me. But this is where I kind of lay out all the expectations for what we're going to learn, what the college expects us to learn. Please do read this. It includes a lot of useful and important information about, just my expectations, your expectations for me, for communicating with me. I'm not certainly going to read this to you over this video, but it includes a lot of things you want to know, things like your required text, your grade distribution, some of the big major things we're going to be working on. We're going to talk about all of these as they come along, so don't worry. So please do consider everything here. Read through this carefully um, before moving on. And so I'm going to go back here, though, to our start here, because one of the other really important things that you're going to want, in addition to that syllabus, is a course schedule. So this particular class works on a module system. So if you look on the left side of your screen here, you'll see modules 1 through 7. That's everything we're going to do between now and the end of the semester. And if you click on that course schedule, it's going to take you to a Google Docs link. This should be totally accurate. If I need to update anything, I will, and because it's a Google Doc, it'll be reflected immediately for you. I don't have to keep resending things out. But you see the entire schedule listed here, module by module. On the left, it kind of tells you what we're working on and the dates. Here, it tells you all the things that we're going to be reading or watching in some cases. And over here, it tells you some of the key assignments. Now, I'm going to talk about what all these things are, but this gives you sort of a long, a 10,000 foot view of everything in the class. This is something you might want to download. You might want to print out if you can, if it helps you to kind of organize yourself. But everything here is represented module by module in the class. So if I go back here, that course schedule is here as well. In this Start Here tab, there's other information about how to communicate with me. Email is the fastest, obviously. I'm always going to try to respond within 24 hours, no matter what day of the week it is. But one thing I point out here, don't expect me to respond past like 9 p.m. Central Time. Probably sleep, probably doing other life things. So if you have an urgent essay question, and you send it at 10 p.m., chances are I won't see it till first thing the next morning. So be aware of that. There's more information about that um, under the My Instructor tab. You see information about technology requirements, even information about discussion board posts. That's one of the major kinds of assignments we'll have here, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to click over here on My Instructor so you can see some stuff about me. Here you have everything you need to know to get in touch with me. This is my email address. Email me at sewellw@lindsay.edu, and I'll, like I said, aim to get back to you in about 24 hours or sooner. Because we are virtual, I won't be holding physical office hours on campus, but um, I'm going to have some standing office hours from 3 to 4 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And for that hour, I will be attached to email. I will be attached to Google Chat. Um, we can hop on a Google Meet if you want to talk that way. That's kind of a standing time that you can just expect to get in touch with me very, very quickly if you need me. And you could, it could be 3:15 on Tuesday, and we might not have a meeting scheduled, but you could hop on there and just email me really quickly and say, "Hey, Mr. Sewell, can we have a Google Meet?" And I'll say, "Yes, I would love that. We will do so." So those are the times. But if you're busy, if you have class those days or something, let me know. We'll find another time to get together via Google Meet or Google Chat, whatever it is. I am a resource for you, and so I want to help you. Not only am I sort of facilitating the content of this class, but I'll be posting videos and I'll be interacting with you on discussion boards. But if something doesn't make sense, let me know. I want to meet with you. I want to talk, even if it's a question about a paper or an essay. So that's my information. That's more about me. Um, we do have a textbook for the class. It's listed here. Um, I'm only required, I think it's up to the 13th edition now. This book is called Language Awareness Readings for College Writers. The 12th, I think, is still cheaper. If you can find it on Amazon, get it used, get it cheaply. The bookstore should have copies of that as well, though. So that's a lot of information about the course, or about some of the nuts and bolts stuff here. I want to show you what these modules look like. So, for example, Module 1, and if I go back to my schedule, I'll see Module 1 really takes us about 3 weeks into the course. So this first week, and the first week of September, and then the second week of September. So everything's listed here, and you can see. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about this later, about the actual content here. But each module directs you kind of to move step by step. So you start here and you just read the introduction and you get a sense of, okay, this is what it's about. Here are some objectives for what we're going to do. And then there's an overview of the different things. And I break these things down typically by week. So if you want to kind of get a sense of what you should be working on each week. Um, and then, of course, I always include a task list. So this is all the readings that correspond to what's going on in this module over the course of these weeks. And then it tells you the work we're going to be submitting. So by the end of this module, after 3 weeks, we will have submitted 3 discussion posts, and you will have completed 1 reading quiz. Now I'm going to talk way more about what all of that means, and we'll dig more into this as we get along. The main thing for this week is what we're calling Discussion Board 0. And this is exactly what it says here. Welcome to our class. After you view this welcome video, I want you to use this discussion board to write a paragraph or 2 introducing yourself. And there are some questions here to get you going. Where are you from? What name do you go by? Is it the one that's listed here on Blackboard, or is it a different name? What's your major, or what might you like to study if you don't have a major just yet? How is the week going for you? How are things? How are you adjusting? Um, And then something else that I think is just kind of fun. What's one thing from pop culture that's making you super happy these days? What would you recommend to somebody else? And it could be a show, a movie, a game, a song, an artist, a book, or even some other aspect of pop culture that you really love and that you'd recommend. You can't think of anything? Think of something else. Think of like an activity. Have you been, I don't know, you've been rock climbing recently? Have you been inline skating? I don't know. Just something to help us get a sense of who you are beyond just where you're from. And then, if you by now you should have hopefully reviewed the syllabus, maybe the course schedule. What questions do you have? What are you concerned about? You can drop those here. Your initial post is due by 11:59 p.m. Central Time this Wednesday, 8:23. And that's going to become the typical due date for all of our discussion board posts. All assignments are going to be due by the end of the day that they're due, so 11:59 p.m. All discussion board posts, your initial post is due this Wednesday, 8:23. And then I'm asking you to do something else. I'm asking you to respond to a classmate as well. And that's respond, in a paragraph or two, engaging with them. What's interesting? What stands out? What overlaps between you and them, or what's different? And you should respond to them by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, 8:26. That's the one thing I want you to do this week. You can look ahead at these other things, of course, but I'm going to be coming back with another video and some more information about that. This is the one thing. And if you're not sure how to do this, you click on this discussion board just like this, and you're going to go up here to create thread. Give yourself a subject. You can put your name. You can put, discussion 0. And right here is where you're going to type your 1 or 2 paragraphs. After you hit submit, you're going to see it. I'm going to show you this is a test. Mr. Sewell's test. I'm going to submit. And then it's going to pop up just like this. You'll see your classmates up here. And then if you want to reply, you can click on their thread, and then you can reply to their thread once it's here. I can't reply to my own, otherwise I would show you what that looks like. But if you have any questions about that, you can go back to some of the resources under Start Here, where, for example, it kind of guides you through how to do all of that again if you're not sure, or email me if you're struggling with that and let me know. Okay. I don't want this to go on too long. I would say very quickly about myself. I'm from Kentucky. I'm currently working for Lindsay, teaching a couple of classes. I've taught at a number of college institutions over the years. Went to the University of Kentucky for some graduate work. Have taught there. Have taught at the University of Cincinnati. So I'm excited to be teaching for Lindsay. I'm a Lindsay grad myself. What's making me happy? I recently saw a full showing of Barbenheimer. So I did a back-to-back Barbie and Oppenheimer viewing. I loved both of those movies so much. And that is something I can't stop recommending to other people, though I'm sure a lot of people have heard about them or have seen them by now. Okay, that's me. I'll say more about myself and more about the course soon. Welcome. Welcome to Lindsay. Welcome to Writing Studies 1. Start moving around through some of your tabs here. Play around with this. And again, really in Module 1, the one thing you should have on your agenda right now is this discussion board 0. Give me a post by Wednesday, 8:23 by the end of the day, and respond to a classmate by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, 8:26. All right, guys, welcome. That's all I'll say for now. Really looking forward to working with you. All right, bye-bye.